she goes away.
Morning, young Groms. We are up. Today is going to be a morning surf and then pretty much just hanging out all day. We're about to show you the Costa Rica way to wake up. I had it in my head that around 9 a.m. the onshore winds would come up, from the land heating up and the ocean remaining relatively cool. So we dawn patrolled every morning the first few days very early. When we got back from this session, things were actually getting cleaner. The sun was coming out, the wind was still offshore. It was still very difficult to surf a beach break. It's definitely one of my weak points, so I was challenging myself this whole trip. I still did a few good turns and felt the tail slide a little bit, but most waves, I was really trying to learn the timing, especially with the Pacific juice. I had been surfing the Atlantic, on the wrong side of the Atlantic, for that matter, and trying to learn the timing, how waves break, and how an epoxy board rides in a 16-second swell versus a New York 6-second swell, and also feeling a little awkward on the back end was definitely a challenge. But through the mornings, I was slowly getting better and better, learning how to ride an epoxy in a long period swell, and also just trying to figure out the timing of a beach break. One morning it rained like we had never seen rain before. We spent the morning hanging out, playing cards, and enjoying our new life as fiancés. Eventually, it had stopped raining. Some of the rivers had broken through and pushed some new sand onto the reef. We couldn't be more stoked to get out there, explore our new spot, and see if I could catch any rights.
Alright guys, so right now I'm retracing the steps that I was taking right before a super big event happened, and as you can see, we're on like the most beautiful beach in the world. And right about here, Lucas jumped up on this little mound and said, "This is the perfect spot," and he got down on one knee. So I was stunned. It was the best moment of my life.
Can't explain to you guys enough how fun this trip had been. It was so much fun hanging out with Christina on the beach, going on hikes, listening to the howler monkeys at night, and everything was just so much fun. Nothing could stop us from having a good time. even when Christina missed one of my barrels. My drive and passion for surf exploration often falls into cycles. I find a new wave, I get really stoked on it, and then I'll just go back to it, even if it's not the right swell and conditions. A lot of times I have to learn the hard way that a lot of these really cool waves around the world only work on a certain set of conditions. My tendency is to just think I can work really hard, go out over and over again, and get good waves, which generally is a good mindset to have. But slowly, as I kept surfing this wave, the allure to it kind of fell apart as I realized I had probably seen the best of it the first few days of the trip, and I wasn't going to get another barrel here. Thus enter the second phase of my surf exploration passions, where I start to look at the map, pick out spots, look at swell charts, and think, could there be another really good wave right around the corner? After doom scrolling on Google Maps for a few hours, I think I had found just the spot. There were dirt roads that could get us there. The only problem was that it was the rainy season and we would need a much more rugged type of transportation to get us to this very remote wave. Alright, young Grums, we've been pretty much surfing the same stretch of beach this whole time. We're taking the fish and we just got a 4x4 quad, and we're actually going to go through the jungle and check out this wave on the other side of the peninsula. So we kind of just jerry-rigged this, tested it out, but the board goes in here. We unlock this, or untie this, but we were shopping around actually for a bungee cord, and instead of just using this old leash that I brought, pretty tight.
Nice.
And we're also maybe going to be checking out a waterfall, so we're pretty stoked. The roads here are just absolutely terrible in this part of Costa Rica, so everyone drives around on these quads or like motorbikes, but we're not at that level of motorbike yet, so this is all set. Let's get on the quad and let's do this. Exploring like the backside of this peninsula doesn't usually get waves. There's a little right here. I think we're going to keep hunting, look for a left, but this is awesome. This is kind of a great way to start our engagement with number 2, day 2, surf adventure ATV through the jungle. We're not even sure how we're going to get home, but all that matters is we're together and we're having a good time. Oh my goodness, Christina. Yeah, we gotta just go surf this on the little mini wicket. Wishing I was nicer. I wouldn't let you down. If the cinema divider had walked into this town, Kentucky lying above it all. If I told you so, there's many things I wish I'd say, but you always seem to me like a malignant
Okay, bye. Bye. That's so cool.
Little update. We got lost.
My fault.
It's okay.
I gotta turn around.
What are you looking at?
Monkey.
Even with the ATV, we still managed to get it stuck in some thick mud. Luckily, 2 Costa Ricans jumped out as soon as this happened, despite seeing no one else on the road the entire time. These 2 guys could not have been more helpful, and they quickly teamed up, put their weight on one side, and helped us get the ATV free. About to go through some rougher terrain, and we think it might rain, so I'm just making sure the boards are like extra velcroed up and everything. This was like, yeah, everything seems to be holding good. This was epic. I can't believe we like rolled up. There was lighting was just offshore with the wind, and scored that sick little left. Sorry if I'm kind of talking strange. The water in my ear sounds like I'm still underwater. I never actually thought of ATVing to a surf spot, but this is a dream that has just come true to me. And now we gotta head up the mountain, through some rivers, and then back home.
To grandmother's house we go.
Let's do it. We got stuck on our last time, so we got it in 4-wheel drive. The water level has risen a little bit, but let's see how we do. Take it nice and slow. Nothing.
All right. I think the driver made all the difference on that one.
Probably like up left. All right, young Groms, that was an adventure and a half. That was pretty crazy.
But that was fun.
Yeah, that was epic. We're just having the best time down here.
You gotta show my feet. Oh no.